What's up, guys? Welcome to the F9 podcast. There's not really a slogan or anything, you know. It was just a fun time. We got Manny here. You got myself, Aaron. Hope everybody's enjoying the podcast. I know, just want to say, I just love the interaction. I love everything that people have been saying.
All the messy lovers.
All the messy lovers. And more than anything, I just love the fact that, you know, people are being intrigued. You know what I'm saying? People are wanting to say stuff and comment. So please keep leaving comments on what y'all think. I think everybody's opinion is beautiful. Everybody has a right to their own opinion.
Exactly.
And so you might not agree with us, but that's the fun of it. You know what I'm saying? But we would love to hear y'all's discussion. Today, as we get started, one of the main things we want to focus on is of course, this is the PL recap, along with any other football news that's going on right now. Don't kind of have an official name except just a recap. Maybe we can just call it the recap.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
I like that.
But so what we're going to talk about is the El Clasico that happened, the Supercup, Jude Bellingham's first trophy with Real Madrid. And then we're going to talk about the Man Utd Tottenham match that happened earlier today. After that, we're probably going to get into Man City versus Newcastle. And then just some transfer news, talk about MLS and all this type of stuff. But first and foremost, we have a Real Madrid fan and a Barcelona fan. And so it's kind of perfect.
I said it's like three times. I got to stop saying that.
What?
Exactly. That's fourth time.
But you know what I'm saying? We're up today. Real Madrid's up. Praise the Lord. Mama's Madrid. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to talk about Barcelona, man. How do you feel about that loss? Because I think more than anything, the loss, the way it happened, was a little bit humiliating. You know what I'm saying? Not win or lose. I honestly did think Real Madrid was going to win today.
You didn't?
No, I did think they were.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
because I think while Barcelona, I know they won the league last year and, you know, they've been playing a certain way. I think Real Madrid's team, even though, you know, people are saying they kind of sucked in the beginning of the season, I think they're all still figuring out gelling. But with Jude Bellingham and just the team that we have, I feel like overall there's many stars on the team that have a limelight around the world, and even in their countries, they're kind of the leaders of their team. I don't think there's anybody in Barcelona yet, except for a handful, that have taken that leadership role. But yeah, what do you think about what happened today?
Well, as a Barcelona fan, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Honestly, for the last few years, we've sucked. We suck. I think ever since Messi leaving, it kind of left this hole in inspiration, like who's next?
Yeah.
But nobody has really filled that space yet. And just overall, the game, as we saw a couple minutes ago, it was awful. Like just careless mistakes.
Yeah.
The defender, Calde,
Yeah.
trying to clear it off, and he just passes perfect passing. But it was just I didn't think they were going to win, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised
Yeah.
that they lost that way, that fashion. The whole game, just Vinicius balling.
Yeah.
So I think some changes need to be done. Probably a big superstar needs to come, or reconstruction to the team.
Yeah.
Or just some time, a couple more years, and we can be at the top.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Barcelona is
What do you think
that
is
top team anymore.
What do you think is the problem? Like, I would say, like, I know Barcelona, I don't even want to say, even with Messi, the last few years of Messi, like, they were struggling for, I want to say since 2015, right? After they won the UCL, they haven't been on top.
They haven't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean.
So what do you think is the issue?
There's so many things. I feel like first leadership. Here's the thing. This is why I don't like Messi. He doesn't have leadership. But ever since Xavi and Iniesta moved away, I feel like that was the last strong leadership on the team.
Oh, okay.
And although Messi, for some people, he's a leader, he's not like a vocal leader.
Yeah.
I would think. I haven't been inside the dressing room, but as you can see, he's like a silent. I think ever since that, there hasn't been like a man that you can look up to, like, hey, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. I think we have great young talent, but not a leader in the team.
Yeah.
To guide us to, like, hey, let's do it this way. This is the Barca culture. Let's, you know.
I think you're right, bro. Because to think about, Iniesta left in 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then since then is when, like, even in the Champions League, there haven't been Barcelona highlights. They didn't win Euros. No, not the Europa League. They got out last year. Right? Did they win that?
No, we didn't win. We haven't won much outside of Europe, and that's just very surprising as a Barcelona fan,
And so, but who do you think, and we'll get into Real Madrid and what's been going on at Madrid, but who do you think, I know you said you guys need to sign some superstars, and I think you need to, and of course I know the financial thing and what's been going on, like, whatever's happening at Barcelona is public, but who do you think can come and help? Like, what is one superstar that you see around the world that you think if they come to Barcelona, they're gonna kind of help change the culture, change the environment, change the atmosphere, and kind of get the Barcelona fans excited? Because I don't think there's been a signing that's gotten y'all excited.
Well, the last two was really good.
Okay.
João Felix and what's his name, Cancelo.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since they started balling, the whole team kind of okay, we're gonna roll on y'all, especially Cancelo.
Cancelo is, I think, one of the best right backs in the world. So
it's just the way he plays. He pushes forward. He's a dribbler. He's an attack mindset, and then you can see the difference when he attacks. The whole team attacks. João Felix is he's like that offset of the team where he kind of does tricks. He falls down. He brings some action to the game. But I think those two signings are really brought up Barcelona a little bit.
Yeah.
We definitely need to keep those two. I believe we definitely need to get a good CDM.
You don't like Frankie de Jong? I know he's more of a 6, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. They're playing him in another position that he's not. I don't think he's at his best.
Okay.
I think he's more of an attacking or probably left or Iniesta used to play.
Yeah.
Because he's very he has some good defensive skills.
Yeah.
But he's more of a attacking mindset.
Okay.
And in La Liga, I feel like you need that more.
Y'all
especially
need Rodri,
in Barcelona.
Bro. Y'all need Rodri.
Yeah, we do.
Y'all need Rodri. That's what I think. But
he's not gonna leave City for Barcelona.
But he won't, because he's originally from Atletico Madrid, right? Mm-hmm. So who knows? João Felix came, and Griezmann came.
But João Felix was being treated very disrespect by all the Madrid teams.
Yeah, but he is.
All around, even Chelsea too. Yeah. So, but I don't know, man. Barcelona just lost. I don't think Barcelona is the same Barcelona as they used to be. Yeah. I think people need to take that mindset out. When Messi was there, Neymar and Suarez. I think that was his peak. We're probably gonna see better days, but not like those days.
Do you think there's a chance of getting back? Because I think the Barcelona I remember growing up with, it was Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Barcelona, they were equal teams. Mm-hmm. And not equal just in, the game, but the stars were, the best of the best stars were either on those two teams. They weren't in England. They weren't in, Italy. They weren't in Germany. They were in Barcelona and Real Madrid. And that was, the pinnacle of, you made it as a player was you were in either one of those teams, right? Mm-hmm. And it's to me nowadays when you hear the likes of Mbappe or the likes of Haaland, Jude Bellingham, these big Musiala, these names that are coming up in the next generation, you don't see them being associated with Barcelona. Nobody's talking about, are the big people gonna go to Barcelona? And do you think that is an association to the problem? And to see maybe is that something that needs to change? Do y'all need to spend the cash and just get one of the biggest names out there right now to help kind of change what's going on?
I don't know. I think just everybody saw the whole financial problem of Barcelona. So maybe players are scared to go into that. The whole taxation thing in La Liga. You see a lot of players, even Messi in court, Ronaldo in court, and a bunch of other players that don't want to play in La Liga because of the tax.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what will change Barcelona's playing style. But
you think Xavi's gonna help, bro? You think he's the long-term guy?
I don't think Xavi was. I don't think he was fit to be a Barcelona coach. Okay. Honestly, I think he's a legend in the history books of Barcelona. He's one of the best midfielders ever. Yeah. But I think they should just put him as a coach because the people wanted him as a coach, not because he had the skills.
Yeah. You think they were trying to do the whole Zidane thing when Zidane took over Real Madrid? That whole the player that came back, helped them win. He did win them a league. You know what I'm saying?
He won 3 Champions League in a row, right? Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, but and then he retired. He said,
but that's
I won it all, and I'm gonna head
It's
out.
a little bit lucky too, but that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
I don't think Barcelona will ever go back to having big stars. Really? I think that time is over, bro. Where it was Ronaldinho, Barcelona, and then Ronaldo, R9, and Madrid, and then you have Messi, and then you have Cristiano, you have Xavi, Iniesta, you have Toni Kroos, Luka Modric. I don't think Madrid will always be there with big players, but I don't think Barcelona will ever go back.
That's crazy, bro. I mean, I hope they do because. So I'll say this: the one of the things that I enjoyed in soccer, and we were this match helped me realize it. You remember the time when me and you watched Liverpool versus Real Madrid Champions League final? What I enjoyed about the match, but also realized took the fun out of it, was when Salah got injured, right? Because that was the one where Ramos, I mean,
intentionally, unintentionally, who knows?
It is what it is. But Salah got injured, and then what amazed me in that moment is like, Liverpool had nobody, right? So when the game kept going on, I was like, it's not even fun to watch because it's like, it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? You had Bale coming off the bench and scoring a bicycle kick. But then they brought in, I don't even remember who they brought in, but they didn't have anybody. Like, they're not stacked the way it is now, right? So even versus Barcelona versus Real Madrid days, and I know we might not ever go back to the days of prime Ronaldo versus Messi debate, prime 3 red cards in a match type of thing, prime Ramos getting a red card, and then Ronaldo scoring after that red card for Real Madrid. And, like, I know we won't probably get those emotions of, like, it seemed like they all genuinely hated each other. Mm-hmm. It seemed like genuine, like, when you see 2 of the best go at it, it was like, well, let's see who gets on top. You know what I'm saying? And it was fun. But then now seeing, it's almost, when it's lopsided, it's like taking the fun out of, like, who's going to win. You know what I'm saying? And maybe transition that to Real Madrid. I think, I want to say it's the glory days of Real Madrid right now, right? Back to the glory days. I'm excited to see Real Madrid's future on where they're going with, Vinicius. I think the average age of the squad is like 23, right? Very young squad. And I'm grateful to be back here because there was a few years when Ronaldo went to Juve that it was like you didn't want to be a Real Madrid fan. You know what I'm saying? Because they had nobody.
But they were doing good, though. They won Champions League that year, too.
No. Right after Ronaldo left, there was a 3-year period, 3 to 4 years,
really?
where it was nothing.
I feel like they won the Champions League.
They didn't win the league. They didn't win. No, the Champions League is when the Champions League happened in 2022, right? But from 2018 to 2022, it was like you didn't want to be a Real Madrid fan because, like, you had Vinicius when he was 18. You had, Toni Kroos while they were coming up. They were still old. Casemiro was there. Like, you had the defense, but there was nobody in attacking. And personally, I understand why everybody loves Benzema now. But I want to say that dude was one of the most annoying strikers back in the day, bro. Like, do you remember those days when he would miss open chances? And it would be like, get him off the field. And, like, I get he redeemed himself. And now he's, like, loved by the Real Madrid fans. Second leading scorer after Ronaldo, and the 2022 Champions League run is one of the best runs ever made by a team. But those few years, it was like you didn't even want to say you supported Real Madrid because they weren't doing nothing, right? Because they lost to Chelsea. They in the they kept losing to big people. We weren't signing anybody. You signed Hazard. Mm-hmm. Homeboy's gone.
Injured.
Homeboy got paid for 3-4 years and did nothing. I think you can count on one hand the number of games he played.
It's so sad. You know what the thing with Benzema, dude?
Yeah.
Is like that dude has so much untapped potential because we never got to see, like, he was under Ronaldo's shadow.
Yeah.
And he didn't play for the French national team.
Yeah.
And then it's just like he had really good years, some years, some not. And it was just like, what is the full potential in Benzema? Yeah. And that's going to irk me for the rest of my life.
But do you think he's the player like that?
I think he's good.
Okay.
I think he's good. He's probably not top.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's good.
Like you think he's at the Henry level, like the Zidane Henry, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not Messi, Ronaldo.
In terms of fundamentals, in terms of how to play his position, I think he's great. He's one of the greats. Yeah. I don't think he has reached that level of, like, legendary.
Okay.
Or where he's, like, talked about for, in a restaurant conversation. But in fundamentals and what he does, I think he's really, really good.
Okay.
It's so sad that we haven't seen his full potential because Ronaldo's shadow. Yeah. And then he had the stuff with the French national team. So we'll never know,
Yeah, and actually, that's actually funny to say because some people consider him. Some people don't put him on the likes of Henry, but also compare him to, like, of course, Benzema's achieved more in the game. Well, a little bit, right? Because Henry has a World Cup. Benzema doesn't have a World Cup, right?
No, that's the thing.
And so, I mean, that might be his knock. So, I mean, either way, I just remember the days, bro, when I was young. He annoyed
when
me,
you were
bro.
young. You're still young, bro.
Yeah, I'm still young, but younger. Like 3-4 years ago, bro, I used to see that man on the screen, and I was like, please sub him off. He would miss so many chances. And I get, like, I don't want to say he was overshadowed by Ronaldo, but at the same time, like, it was Ronaldo's team, and it was geared towards Ronaldo. But at the same time, I think you had opportunities to succeed for other players. Like, Gareth Bale, during that time, had his moments of fame. You know what I'm saying? Like the Copa del Rey. Everybody remembers that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody remembers that run. Mark Bartha remembers that run. He probably still dreams about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, and Gareth Bale had the Champions League final. You know what I'm saying? There are moments where it's like other players, like even Isco. Remember the times Isco came out of nowhere on that 2017 run, and the team was then forming around him. Like, he's the one who made Gareth Bale get on the bench because of what he was doing. Sergio Ramos had his moments. Like, there were people that had his moments, and it was like Benzema never had a moment. You know what I'm saying? He was always that second guy. And his moment finally came in 2022 where he won the Ballon d'Or. And I think it was rightly deserved. But bringing it back, it's like I'm grateful to be where we are as a Real Madrid fan nowadays. It's like it's enjoyable to watch. Like I'm approaching the games, bro. I remember that 2022 run. I was at the office, right? And it was kind of COVID time, but nobody was at the office. And I was watching the Man City versus Real Madrid when they came back. And when I tell you, bro, when they scored that final goal, I put my phone away. Nobody was there. I was like screaming. I was like, this is crazy. I was like, this is one of the best games I've ever seen ever.
It's just a Real Madrid thing, man. It's just like, how do you guys do that?
I think, so this is what I think. Because there's so much history, and you talked about it last time we had an episode. There's history of success, right? And there's history of it's not over till it's over, right? I don't want to say Fergie time, but it's basically Fergie time, right? The fact that in the Champions League final, we scored in the 94th minute. So now, when you see that, it's kind of like, nah, bro, we got it. You know what I'm saying? Until the game is done.
92nd? Oh, yeah, we still have time.
Bro, I wanted to take a picture today of, I wanted to see that Google thing. You know how it has the reviews of like 99% winning, 99% winning?
Right.
And then it suddenly changed. I wanted to see if I could grab a screenshot of that. But the fact that it was the 92nd minute and they scored, and it was like, it was amazing, bro. But I think it's an amazing time to be a Real Madrid fan. And I really hope Barcelona gets back in it. Like,
I'm a Barcelona fan, and I admit it. Like, we're not to the level of Madrid.
Yeah.
And we're probably not going to be.
Yeah.
Financial reasons, players' reasons. Just overall, I think Madrid is better.
Yeah.
That's just me accepting it as a Barcelona fan. I'm going to keep on following them because that's my true team, but we're not there yet, for sure.
Maybe y'all need to I think y'all need to revamp the whole designs, bro. Like, you remember the days where your colors were bright? Now it's just dull. I think that might be playing a reason. And now y'all have Spotify on your...
And you also got to think, the whole city itself, Catalonia, they're having their own problems.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's affecting the club, the organization itself with the financial reasons. So they might separate from Spain. That might change the whole thing of how La Liga is played.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, so the city they represent, Catalonia, they don't speak Spanish. They speak a different language.
Yeah.
And so they think they're different or outside of Spain. Yeah. Kind of like Texas to the U.S. Yeah. Kind of, a little metaphor for the people that don't understand. So who knows if that's actually affecting the club, and the way they run things or the way they want to separate. They want to put extra effort because they think they're different. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I think, to me, like, a lot of things they need to change is the whole approach to the way they play the game. From what I remember, Barcelona is always midfield centered. Always, like, they care about the midfield, right? But I feel like the games nowadays, while the game is made in the midfield also, it's changed rapidly on what matters, counterattacking, pace, like all this type of stuff. And, I think eventually they might need to figure out ways to change it. I feel like they had the teams back in the day. But I also think they're missing, like you said, leadership. There's no... Like, bro, remember that you had Puyol, you had Dani Alves, you name dropping so many people, bro. Only position y'all never had a leader is, like, the goalie. But I know you had Victor Valdez, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, he was good, but I mean, he was just under Casillas' shadow.
Yeah.
But he was really good. Ter Stegen is the most
Yeah. Yeah.
like unsung hero of Barcelona years. Throughout
Yeah.
all these years,
Yeah.
behind Messi,
Yeah.
Ter Stegen has always been like
Yeah.
the second man, or perhaps the best player in the last
Yeah.
6-7 years for Barcelona.
Yeah.
In my opinion, he has had incredible saves, and it's so sad how he's behind Neuer in the Germany team.
Yeah, but
because I feel like he deserves so much more respect.
he does, bro. But in my personal opinion, Neuer is the best goalkeeper I've ever seen.
I think so too.
Ever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he's the GOAT.
Like, if I think of a
He's the
goalkeeper,
GOAT.
I think of him, and I'm just like, he was the. I mean, maybe it's also because nostalgia. I got into soccer 2013, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing him in that World Cup was like this dude is like crazy. And then even his history wise, like, he's crazy. But I do understand Ter Stegen. I think he had, resurrection on the field and on his hair. But. But, you know what I'm saying? But props to him, bro. He did. He did. You know what I'm saying? He had a resurrection in many places, bro. But no, he's a good coach.
Send them prayers right now.
Oh my gosh!
But he's such a man. When I see his saves, I'm just like, yo, like, you can tell that man is really, really good.
Yeah.
And his Spanish is also really, really good. I was shocked. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That Madrid accent. I mean, not Madrid. That Spanish
Yeah.
Spaniard accent is really, really good on
Yeah.
him. But Barcelona, man, y'all just need to do something.
Yeah, man. Eventually, we'll get there. But I think we'll transition on to the PL now. There wasn't many games for the Premier League this week, but there was a few important games. I think I wanna first talk about, before we get into. Let's get into Man United. I think, which one? Man City, Man United.
Man U, that's your team. What you think about the game?
What I thought about the game. We suck, bro. We suck. You know what I'm saying? I honestly, I thought that we were gonna lose today, right? Because I've also really enjoyed the way Spurs have been playing. When they had a stacked team with Son and Madison and all that, I was like, this team's amazing, right? The way they're playing, even under the new manager and whatnot. But I thought we were going to lose today. I have no belief, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, like, I approach Man United games in, like, depression. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
That's sad.
It's like you're walking in there like, bro, the defense is trash. The midfield's trash. The attack's trash. And again, today, shout out to Højlund. He got a goal and assist. Beautiful strike. Crazy goal. Marcus Rashford finally, I don't know why he said, they chatting. This is his first goal since May at Old Trafford. I don't get why he's talking so much when, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you haven't been doing anything. And I think it's fair when people have been talking because you haven't been doing anything. But, Bruno, like, that was a good assist and whatnot. But I think overall, as a Man United fan, I'm waiting for Ten Hag to get fired. I think
who would y'all bring as a coach?
Zidane, you know what I'm saying?
Zidane.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will at all. Because
why?
Because I think it's clear to see, and I know we talked about it. One thing with Man U, Jadon Sancho's gone, and I'm genuinely ecstatic for him. Kid's 23 and finally going to probably play some more. But when you have people with that much talent and that much skill, like Ronaldo, Sancho, and these big names, and you are taking them out of the team, I'm just like, you're taking away talent for what? Like, what's going on? And, you hear these things behind the dressing room with respect, blah, blah, blah. And I hear that as a manager, like, you need the respect. But at the same time, if you can't win the big players over, right, what is the average guy going to do? You know what I'm saying? Ronaldo is more than just, like the leader on the team. It's like he carries influence of his history, right? It's like people respect his opinion and people respect his game. And if you're losing his respect, you're going to see Garnacho, all these young kids, like, what are they going to follow, right? A manager that they just met or the guy who they grew up like watching, right? And you would think like people are gonna adhere to the guy they grew up watching, right? I mean, Garnacho idolizes Ronaldo, right? And so all these young kids, so it's just like, to me as a Man U fan, while I think there needs to be change, I don't know if this draw is going to help Ten Hag. I think he has a few more games, and I think if they do a few more,
Sack.
I think if they lose a few more, they're going to sack him. Again, there's not anybody in the world that you can kind of fix. You know what I'm saying? I think you have Conte left, who doesn't have a job. I don't remember his name, but you have the dude who was over RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich, the Killsman or something like that. And you also have Hans from
I like
Bayern
Hans
Munich.
from Man Utd, yeah.
If he comes in, it's kind of like give us people that have done something. You know what I'm saying? Give us a manager. To me, I don't think Jose should have left. I don't get why Jose left. I think Jose was the right man for the job. He had, like, if you gave him Ronaldo, if you gave him the team they had now, you know what I'm saying? With Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo, he would have done something amazing. But you don't. And so I'm just like, I see this Ten Hag guy.
Yeah.
You know, people talk about identity. It's just like, it's just not. Bro, the thing is what I'm missing as a Man United fan, when I watch City, there's fun. There's like a joy. Like you're like, even Newcastle, it's like you watch them, and I guess, but before we get into that, but it's like you watch them and you're like, wow, that was fun to watch. I look at Man United and I'm like, I don't like none of these guys. Like it's just not fun. Like you're just waiting for somebody to do something stupid. And I mean,
I agree. I think Man City is just they play with purpose.
Yeah.
They play with purpose, and when you do something with purpose, it shows.
Yeah.
Man U is just playing just to play. It feels like it as a fan when you watch it.
Yeah.
And when you bench a legendary player like Ronaldo and treat a young player, your future, like Sancho, the way you did, it's like, what is really going on with you? Like, how do you sleep at night doing that?
Yeah.
And then come back the next day, like, everything is fine. I know what I'm doing. Like, what is going on with Man U? So there's definitely something inside the team that needs to be fixed.
Yeah.
So the whole team can flow. Because they have semi-young good players.
Yeah.
You don't like Bruno. I love Bruno. I love his passion. I love he just like he just never like stops running.
Yeah.
He has an amazing eye. But I don't know, there's something in the team.
No, in the sense of like, I'm not saying I don't like Bruno. I'm saying I don't think Bruno should be the main guy.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I think he would be an amazing, like, addition to, like, for example, Bernardo Silva isn't the main guy, but he's beautiful to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, De Bruyne is the main, person, or Haaland is the main striker. You know what I'm saying? They got other big names to where Bernardo Silva can do his magic because they're not focused on him. I think with Bruno, when he's running the whole engine, while I think his work rate, like you said, like Homeboy works. You know what I'm saying? Homeboy does amazing passes, but I don't think he has the skill set to carry the team on his own. You know what I'm saying?
You think Bruno does?
No, I'm saying I don't think Bruno does.
Oh, you don't think Bruno does? I mean, you think Bernardo does?
No, I don't think he does either.
Okay.
Like, I think if you put Kevin De Bruyne on the solo team, he lights out. You know what I'm saying? He can change. I mean, we're going to talk about the match later. Homeboy came in for 20 minutes, changed the whole game, right? But the likes of also, like, if France for Pogba, right? He changes the game, right? But, for example, I think Bernardo Silva, if you put Bernardo Silva on, like, if you switch Bruno and Bernardo Silva on Man U, Man City, Bruno would be going crazy and doing the same thing Bernardo Silva is doing. But Bernardo Silva would struggle at Man United. You know what I'm saying? We're going to take a second. We're going
intercession time.
Yeah, intercession.
Collect the offering. Hola. What's up, if they're watching, Bula Vinaka.
Yeah.
Where's my towel, bro? Just kidding.
What towel?
The towel. I remember the joke I was that. The towel I gave you in Fiji. I'm joking.
Bro, one day we should have a podcast about what all we
Fiji.
did.
Honestly, why not?
All we did in Fiji, bro. Hey, man, me and Manny, I know we're going to get back into it, but we've been through the trenches together. We've been through the sleeping on plastic.
Chill.
Anyway, bro, I know me you were so tight that day, bro. Oh, my gosh, bro.
That's the best experience, man. Like, looking back, there's so many things I'm like, Like I understand what they were trying to do now, but
I would go back to Fiji,
Mhm.
not for that part, but like
the people, the experience.
I think if we all went back, I think we would all have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people, like what we were playing, the camp. Oh, I got hit.
Yeah, I have it on video. So maybe I still have it. Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Manny, interesting, full circle. We were helping run a soccer camp back in the day. So anyway, let's get
Soccer
back.
coaches. We're certified to be on this podcast.
Hey man, we know what we're talking about when we speak. Okay.
For those Instagram haters.
We know ball, guys. We know ball. For all the haters, you know what I'm saying? Keep it coming. I'm enjoying it. So keep it coming. I don't really care. But coming back, but yeah, what do you think about what I said?
Mm-hmm.
Bernardo Silva would struggle as much as Bruno is on Man U, but if you put Bruno on Man City, he would be shining as much as Bernardo Silva. Like, do you see what I'm saying? They're both equally the same. They can't be the main guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think you see it in the Portugal squad when they both play together. It's like they're both kind of the same level, trying to create plays, trying to feed Ronaldo inside the box. So I will pick Bernardo Silva over Bruno.
Yeah.
I do like Bruno's work ethic, and he looks like he's running all the time. I love that.
Yeah.
But Bernardo just has like that one play, and he changes the whole game.
Yeah.
I mean,
moments of magic, bro.
He's also playing with Man City players. You can't compare that to Man U players. Yeah. But at the same time, you kind of do feel like you see the skill-wise of Bruno. Not Bruno, Bernardo Silva.
Yeah.
So I will pick Bernardo Silva.
Yeah. But shout out to Tottenham, man. I just want to say before we continue, I generally think they might get top 4 this season. I think their team, I'm becoming more and more of a fan, you know what I'm saying, of what Ange is doing to that team. I know they were missing Son today. They were missing, quite a few key players, and I think once they kind of get him back, I think they have potential to be top 4. I think the team itself, Richarlison's coming back. You know what I'm saying? He has, a resurgence going on.
I don't like him.
I don't either.
I know. I just don't think he's like I can count on him type of striker. But, I mean, he did have the best goal in the World Cup.
He did.
But I don't know. We'll see.
The only goal.
Maybe he just needs to chill. But maybe he just need to give him some time. But maybe. But moving on to the final game we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about Man City versus Newcastle. That was a fun game to watch. I think, and I was telling Manny this earlier, I generally think that Newcastle should have had like 3-4 goals in the first half. Homeboys were missing sitters. Man City, for some odd reason, were just fumbling. They were tripping around. And I think Newcastle, it's become one of the most exciting teams for me to watch in the Premier League just because of what Eddie Howe's doing, because of all they're playing like City and they're having fun. Like, it's fun to watch. Like, you got random dudes that you did not know about a year ago, which I didn't know about, most of them a year ago, that are doing lights out. You got Gordon scoring, Isak scoring, and all this type of stuff. But at the end of the day, today, the man, the myth, the legend, De Bruyne came. Lights out, bro. What'd you think about all that? I thought the game was amazing. Kevin De Bruyne coming back from injury and then giving an assist and a goal to put his team on his back pretty much.
It was technically 2 assists the way he passed it in. You know what I'm saying?
True. Like I told you before, you're a good midfielder. When you don't shoot to the goal, you pass to the goal.
It in. He just opened up. He was like, "That's what I'm gonna just open it and
that's
went
the man right there.
Put it through his legs."
But the assist from Kevin De Bruyne, that was just a masterpiece. 90 right to the nest.
Yeah.
And then the ball, was it? I don't know who controlled it.
Yeah, some Oscar Bob.
Oscar Bob controlled it.
Hey, whoever Oscar Bob is, I don't mean this. I mean this with love. You got to change your name up, bro.
Oscar Bob.
You can't have 2 first names.
Oscar Bob. Where's he
from? Crazy, bro.
Let's see.
Again, it's not hate, bro. I'm just messing with you. But if you decide, you just go with either Bob or go with Oscar. You know what I'm saying?
He's a Norwegian professional. I would never have thought a Norwegian person would be named Oscar Bob.
You know?
Yeah, man. I'm just Oscar Bob. I play for Man City. That's crazy.
Bro, if he was in America, bro, he would get cooked so bad for his name. Oscar Bob.
He probably does in Norwegian. That's not even a Norwegian name.
That's
Oscar
crazy,
Bob.
bro.
But yeah, it's just Kevin De Bruyne, man. I have
Yeah.
always criticized him so much because
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes he's a system player. He doesn't come up in
Yeah.
big games. And even in Belgian national team,
Yeah.
he didn't help them at least get to the final or something. But you can't deny his skills. You can't deny his IQ. You can't deny
Yeah.
the ball that he has.
Yeah.
It's just amazing, amazing player.
He's one of the only players I think in the league, or in the world almost too. Like every time he gets on the ball, he's a threat. You know what I'm saying? Every time he gets on the ball, it's like homeboy is gonna do something, and you have to
Yeah.
be mindful of it. But talk about you mentioned earlier off camera, but there was a comment. You know what I'm saying that you saw, and maybe like talk about the comment
Yeah,
and
let
maybe
me pull it
what we
up.
think about it. And I want to hear from the comments.
So people don't think I'm lying.
Yeah, I want to pull up from the comments on what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Wait, I'll open it.
It says user 25118. Anyways, this man said, KDB by the end of his career, he will be a better player than Xavi, Modric, and Iniesta.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy
That's
take.
crazy.
That is the biggest lie I've ever seen
That's
in my
crazy.
life. I mean, I get you, but I don't get you.
Yeah.
Like, Xavi, Modric, and Iniesta have all been to a World Cup final.
Yeah.
They all have won more
actually,
than two
bro,
Champions League.
Yeah.
They all have scored in the semifinals, finals. They all have won Euros.
They showed up in the finals. Like, you remember in 2017, Modric with the assist to Ronaldo versus Juve, right?
Yeah.
Modric's whole World Cup run is almost unbeatable, right?
Exactly. I mean, when you look at Croatia's national team,
Yeah.
name-wise,
Yeah.
with Belgium national team, you would think Belgium is going to be up top by the names.
Belgium's supposed to be in a World Cup. The past two ones, they're the dark horse. They're the ones that everybody's like they need to win. You had Hazard, you had Lukaku, you had Benteke, you had all these big names. Even in midfield, bro, it's like they were the golden generation.
Even a great goalkeeper like Courtois.
Courtois,
in a couple years,
Adderall, how do I say name? Adder, whatever, you know.
That guy.
That guy. We know who we talking about.
You know.
Alderweireld. I think that's his name.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, but
you even had like Vincent Kompany.
Yeah,
a leader.
Vertonghen.
Yeah.
Vincent Kompany, Vertonghen on the you had such good teams. Nothing. They got nothing to. They don't even got a
There's
final.
no excuses.
They don't have a final to show. I don't even know they have a semifinal to show.
So how can you tell me Kevin De Bruyne is better than Modric, Iniesta, and Xavi when you have played in a Belgian national team with so many great players?
Yeah.
And it took you how many? 8 years to win the Champions League with Man City?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
And then both finals, and I'll say this with like a heart of compassion. Okay, I don't say this in like, hate, but both finals, homeboy had to walk off, right? I'll say the Chelsea one, if he was stayed on, I think they would have won that one, right? And I feel bad that each final it's happening, but it's kind of like you have to take into account he stops every final. Now you have to think, is he not going to show up? You know what I'm saying? Is he not taking care of his health or not taking care of himself to where in those moments, of course, you can't predict it happening.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like missing back-to-back finals is crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But bro. I don't know if he's gonna match up to those names. I think he has a talent to. I don't think he has the big moments to, and that's what I think.
I just don't think he's. In my opinion, I think Kevin De Bruyne is a great player, amazing player.
Yeah,
we all know that.
He probably will go down as the best midfield player in the Premier League.
In the Premier League, for sure. But compare him to Xavi, compare him to Modric, compare him to Iniesta. It's just a big disrespect. I mean, those guys have won everything, even Ballon d'Or for Modric. And Xavi and Iniesta were actually nominated with Messi for Ballon d'Or in 2010. But if you take him out of Man City, I don't think he's that great of a player. I don't think so. Prime example, Belgium national team. Prime example, Chelsea in his young days.
Okay.
Jose Mourinho knew. He knew this guy's a system player.
Yeah.
I think so. I think he's a
That's
great,
an interesting take.
I think he's a great player.
Yeah.
I just think he needs a system around him. And every player does. At some point, at some degree, even Michael Jordan needed Scottie Pippen.
Yeah.
But the true value of a player is outside of his system. That's why I don't like Messi as much. I mean, I like him. I just don't think he's that good because outside of Barcelona, what has he done?
Yeah.
In Argentina, I mean, it took him almost, 20 years?
Yeah.
12, 15 years to win something.
Those are interesting takes, bro.
Even Copa America, it took him so many years to win a Copa America.
Yeah.
Against who?
And they lost to Chile.
Against who? Chile?
Bro, how many times? Against with Sanchez and Vargas?
They're great players, but come on, bro. Ronaldo won the Euro against France.
Come on, bro.
Who would you rather play against? France or Bolivia? Of course, Bolivia. Come on. Yeah. But anywho, we're not going to get into it.
Yeah, we're not going to get. But I'm going to be honest. I didn't think about it until you said it. But it's like he is a very systematic player because what is going on with the Belgium national squad? Again, they don't have the best coaches.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They had Martinez and then they had Thierry Henry. And Henry's just, better pundit than a coach. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, it is just like Gary Neville, better pundit than a coach. But it is true. I mean, it's a knock on these players like Eden Hazard. It's a knock on players like De Bruyne, Lukaku. It's like when you have that good of a team and you're not even getting to a semifinal. Did they get into? I don't remember if they ever got to a semifinal, right?
Who?
Belgium.
I think they got to the quarterfinals. They beat Japan coming back.
Yeah.
3-2.
Yeah.
I think Japan was up 2-0.
Yeah.
And then they came back and beat them in the last minute. But after that, believe they faced either France or Morocco. I gotta make sure. Yeah. And they got knocked out. Yeah. But it's just been like that one thing. Like Belgium, it's just like that what if. And they were all prime, healthy.
In their same age. Everybody's in the same age.
Right. And they had assistant manager or assistant coach Thierry Henry on their side. Like, that's saying something. Yeah. That this man believes in y'all, and y'all still disappointed him.
Yeah. So you do have a point. I didn't think about it before, but De Bruyne out of the system, is he? I mean, I think he has a talent. Like, I think if he was at Real Madrid, he would go crazy.
Oh, of course, yeah.
But again, to the likes of Modric, Iniesta, I would add to the table Toni Kroos also. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. With him winning Champions Leagues before he even got to Real Madrid, him winning World Cups, it's like lights out. So it's kind of like, how do you compare the two? And because even with the German national team in 2014 is to me one of my favorite national teams ever. They didn't have a striker. I mean, they had Klose, but like boy was barely playing their midfield. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yeah, interesting takes. But
it's uncomparable. I mean,
yeah.
Modric alone taking Croatia to a World Cup final is
it's unheard of.
Come on, bro, you can't compare
from Croatia with a team with nobody, with Lovren in the defense.
I mean, they had decent players, but they were led by a leader and a really really good player. Yeah, you put Kevin De Bruyne in there, I don't think that's gonna be successful.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. That's interesting. Let us know what y'all think. Let us know if y'all agree. If, you know what I'm saying, we have zero ball knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But I think
I watch football on Instagram Reels. I didn't know you can do that, honestly.
I want to say, I think, Manny bringing up interesting points and valid points. I think it's a question to have. Last thing we want to talk about is just, transfer news. A lot of stuff going on. I'm excited to see what other moves some of the teams make in January. I know you want to talk about Messi going to Inter Miami, so now you have 2015 Barcelona all back together in their retirement home in Miami.
True.
So, you know what I'm saying? We'll see what the league is. Are they the best team in MLS? Or?
I mean, they have to now. They have to. If Miami doesn't get at least top 2, it's a huge disappointment. Huge disappointment.
Hey, man, and Messi's supposed to be the best, apparently.
Huge disappointment.
He said, Backstreet Boys, get all the boys back. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if we can run this up again.
I don't even know what to say to that.
Hey, man.
I mean, they have to at least get top 2. They have to win the league. Yeah. If they don't and get second, okay, give them another year to, get things together. They're old. Or give them that. But Come on, you're playing
This
the
is
MLS.
their last year. This is their last year, I think, because Suarez is what 36.
Right.
Messi's I think 35.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is their last. If they don't do anything in this year, it's done. Because what are they gonna do? Right? Messi's barely retired. He's retired. You know what I'm saying?
Semi-retired. Yeah.
Semi-retired. He's not taking it serious. He's just walking around. But we'll see. I think likes of MLS. I'm excited. Are they gonna push for 2026 World Cup? Will they still be active to maybe give it another go? Of course, Suarez, I don't think he will. But Messi, what I'm saying, would he try to stay healthy? Because he would be Ronaldo's age of what he was in this past World Cup. I also have a small belief Ronaldo's going to come back.
I really, really hope, mark my words, Ronaldo's going to win the World Cup.
Amen.
Hey, I really hope and pray.
I believe it.
Because that would tie things up and, I wouldn't have to go for the rest of my life hearing Ronaldo didn't win a World Cup, But I just think also if Ronaldo was doing the same thing, bringing back Marcelo, bringing back Benzema, bringing back Casemiro to his team right now, and they wouldn't do so good or something like that would have happened, he would have get crucified so much. If Messi does it, he doesn't win anything. I don't think he's gonna get
no, bro. Messi for the past few years, and I apologize for the viewers that Josh, he is a Messi advocate in the group. And he's not here. He had some things. He was busy. So maybe next time he can defend it if you watch, when he watches the episode. But for the past few years, boy's done nothing. Ever since he's left Barcelona, he's done. Bro, he had a season where he had 5 goals. If Ronaldo had a season where he had 5 goals, people would kill this man.
Yeah.
They said he had 20 assists. He had 5 goals in the French league. In the French league. Come on, bro. It's not even the same.
It's just very – the media always puts protagonists, antagonists. Bro. And it's a shame that they put Ronaldo as the antagonist. And then Messi as this little angel that, he scored 5 goals. Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
People ignore it it didn't even happen.
Yeah.
They don't even – in the arguments, nobody is no. What Josh was saying the other day, Messi was depressed. I don't care. 5 goals. And Ronaldo's got 50 in Saudi right now?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. It's not even the same. And it's and people are like, it's a farmer's league. But then, okay, how much does Benzema have? How much does all the other top players? Again, we talked about last time. Messi bringing the retirees back out of retirement to play in the MLS. Ronaldo's bringing all the young people into Saudi. And it's changing Saudi and the league, what it's doing there. To where, again, today, the El Clasico was played in Saudi to where marketing tactic. Again, they're trying to build more revenue in that city, that country and whatnot. So, I don't know, man. But, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. We'll see what happens with Suarez and all
Messi,
that.
Yeah. I hope they get second. I hope so. I hope they get second because if they don't, I'm going to fry them so much.
They need to hurry up and get Neymar. They need to bring back the MS.
Honestly,
they should, bro.
Maybe.
Just go at it. If Neymar is going to come.
If Miami doesn't win nothing, that is a big key point to my whole conversation of how Messi is not at the level of Ronaldo in MLS. Come on, this is the U.S.
Yeah.
We don't play that over here.
That's crazy.
Anywho.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. That is the episode. Just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave some comments on any ideas or even how y'all feel about what we just said. I genuinely am loving hearing people's comments. I don't care about the hate comments. I find it enjoyable because that means we're saying stuff that's getting y'all's opinions activated. So please let us know your opinions and what else y'all want to see. And, hopefully next time we're going to have more people. Meaning in the sense we'll have, different points of views. We'll have Josh here to defend Messi, and all this type of stuff. But thank you so much for watching. Any last words?
Nah, thank you. I do know ball. I play and watch. I don't watch football on Instagram. But, yeah, thank you for the support, y'all. Keep following.
Hey, appreciate it. Peace out, y'all.
Bye. That's good.